very good evening and welcome to Newsline. I am Claire Adelabu Abdurrazak, a very proud symbol of my heritage because Nigeria is not just where I'm from, it's who I am. And in that spirit, tonight's edition will crisscross the heart of our nation, bringing you cultures and traditions from different parts of the country that define our collective heritage and moments that remind us of what it truly means to be Nigerian. You'll also witness events that highlight our resilience, along with stories that spark your imagination. But on the flip side, some of the incredible things people do may seem like they belong in storybooks or even Nollywood, but Newsline brings them to life right before your eyes and stirs your conscience. We also have stories that call us to action, alongside the usual celebrations, of course, weddings and rites of passage that capture the beauty of life's transitions. But of course, Newsline won't be complete without the latest headlines. So, in the voice of the late great football commentator, Ernest Okonkwo, and my microphone finds Elizabeth Omorui for the news. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Claire, and thanks for joining us on the news segment. Now let's get to work. We begin with health matters. The federal government is strategizing and harnessing the vast potential of Nigerian healthcare professionals in diaspora with the target of improving the sector. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alausa, revealed this at a stakeholders forum for the implementation of the Nigerian Health Professionals in Diaspora Engagement Program, organized by the Public-Private Partnership Diaspora Units of the Ministry. Oluseyi Adiago has details.
Health worker migration or brain drain is high in Nigeria, as current statistics on the skilled health worker to patient ratio is put at 1 per 9,000 patients, far below the World Health Organization's target. This engagement is on strengthening partnership that will enable Nigeria to utilize experiences and knowledge of diaspora health professionals.
This forum therefore provides us with unique opportunity to chart a clear course on how we can deepen the engagement between the government and Nigeria health professionals in diaspora.
When they go out there, they get exposed and they excel. And they always have a bit of Nigeria in their heart. They always want to bring back home. And I think the benefit we are going to derive from here, they are going to bring the expertise back home.
Other submissions at the meeting provided key insights on policies and programs of the renewed Hope Health sector-wide approach to improve Nigeria's healthcare system through public-private partnerships. In Abuja, Oluseyi Adiago, NTA News.
Still talking health, in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, experts are engaging stakeholders to promote inclusivity with conversations around closing the care gap. Tope Alabi reports that the engagement was hosted by experts to promote education, support and hope for those affected by breast cancer.
The prevalence of breast cancer in Nigeria has experienced a substantial increase, reaching a rate of 54.3 per 100,000 individuals, representing a 100% jump over the past decade, constituting around 23% of all cancer cases.
Check through, check here, check through the armpits.
This engagement by experts and caregivers recognizes breast cancer as the most often diagnosed disease worldwide, being the primary cause of mortality among women, and acknowledges early detection as a notable impact on the prognosis that mitigates the progression of complications and disability associated with the ailment.
My word to them is that they can survive. Survival is very possible. There are already 3 million people that have survived cancer, and as much as possible they should ensure that they take care, they should run away from herbs, they should explore conventional medical treatment.
The problem with the people is that they don't want people to know they are having this thing.
I am not against prayer, by all means. As you are praying about it, you are talking to a doctor. I can feel a mass in my breast. It was not there before. In fact, it's no longer a tip of my finger. It's growing.
With only 3 cancer treatment centers in the country, stakeholders believe Nigeria needs at least one comprehensive cancer center in each of the 36 states. Tokbe Alabi, NTA News.
Now to education, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Scholarship Training, Education and Mentorship Program, BATSTEM, has provided educational materials and instilled values to promote good character in the lives of more than 5,000 students in 12 schools across the Southwest. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement for Southwest, Moremi Ojodo, stated this when she took BATSTEM program to Moremi High School in Ile-Ife, Osun State. Femi Afariogun has details.
In a bid to drive the renewed hope agenda to the grassroots, the Presidential Community Engagement Office in the Southwest has brought the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Scholarship Training, Education and Mentorship Program, BATSEM, to Moremi High School in Ile-Ife, Osun State.
We are ensuring that these children embrace the ethics of discipline, hard work and education. We're also trying to make sure that these children are being the best in whatever they do.
Educational materials such as books, bags, pen were given to the students, while instructional aids and food items were given to the teachers.
Thank you, President Tinubu, for giving us gifts.
Those things, the people don't normally come to our school, but this one is special. So we want to appreciate them for the kind of love that they share to us.
Moremi Ojodo later paid homage to the Ooni of Ife, Oba Enitan Adeyeye Ogunwusi, where the monarch commended the program and gave the team a royal blessing. From Ile-Ife, Osun State, Femi Afariogun, NTA News.
Now, some Nigerians have started smiling to the bank, with others benefiting from gift items as the raffle draw of the Promacedas Hunger Test the Million promo kicks off, picking winners who participated in the promo. Larry Gbele reports.
A month ago, the Taste the Million promo by Promaceda, maker of hunger seasonings, was introduced to Nigerians, where cash and prizes worth 250 million naira were up for grabs. Immediately, Nigerians keyed into it, trying their luck, and the time for lucky winners to redeem what they've won has come.
You just won 1 million naira.
When they first called me, I was really excited. Like, even people around me was like, what's wrong with this one? Then I told them that I won 1 million naira from Hunger promo.
I thought it was a scam when they called me. Until this moment, I now believe that it's real.
Yeah. Once you buy these packs of Hunger, you can buy the one of 90 pack, either beef or chicken, one of 90 units, or you can buy the one of 50 units, 2 of it, beef and chicken. Then you get your scratch card after you go to our redemption centers or our scratch card centers. You will get scratch card, text it to the number that we are giving you, 1393. Then you will see now, get extra 200 naira recharge card, and then Hunger will just say, take so that it's not as if you are using all your money.
Promaceda attests to the overwhelming response from the participants since the promo started.
So it has been excellent. It has been a wonderful feedback. The Hunger Taste the Million promos has been one promotion that has brought people together.
The electronic raffle draw picked 10 people who won 1 million naira each. 5 people won 500,000 naira, 10 persons 100,000 naira each, 40 people won 50,000 naira, and 325 Nigerians got 10,000 naira each. Prizes such as blender were given to 124 persons and gas cooker to 105 people. The promo has been extended till November, and the raffle draw holds every 2 weeks. In Lagos, Lanre Bilayi, NTA News.
And one of Nigeria's wholesome food manufacturers, Erisco Foods Limited, has donated food items valued at 100 million naira as part of its palliative support to flood victims in Maiduguri, Borno State. First of its kind packaged jollof rice, the Erisco meal ready to eat, in addition to other food items, were among goods donated as part of the company's corporate social responsibility. Adeola Komiakere has more.
Following the devastation from recent severe flooding that killed and displaced many from their homes in the northeastern part of Nigeria, especially in Maiduguri, Borno State, governments, individuals and organizations have continued to take action to ameliorate the sufferings of the affected victims. An indigenous food manufacturer and Chief Executive Officer, Erisco Foods Limited, has donated trucks of food items worth millions of naira to flood victims in Borno State. The company's meal ready-to-eat 250-gram jollof rice with beef is among the items donated, and Chief Eric Umelfia says it is a handy and healthy meal suitable for consumption, especially during emergency situations.
It's the safest product you can get to eat that more than 24 hours that others are. Is done well, is preserved through the heating system, not through chemical, not through preservation. Is vacuumed, is approved by NAFDAC.
Managing Director, Erisco Foods Limited, met with the Deputy Governor, Umar Usman Kadafo, to condole with the government over the unfortunate incident and handed over Erisco food items worth 75 million naira.
It might not be much compared to the damages that was done, but we, as a patriotic Nigerian, we felt we should do whatever little we can do to support them.
The team was also at the palace of the Sheikh of Borno, Abubakar Ibn Umar Gabai El Kanemi, to sympathize with him and presented food relief packages worth 10 million naira, while the Northeast Development Commission also received products worth 15 million naira. In Lagos, Adeola Komiakiri, NTA News.
To drug interception, a Thailand returnee Ogwejo for name-maker Simon Peter was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos for trying to smuggle heroin worth over 3.192 billion naira. The drug was hidden in backpacks and suitcases. The agency's spokesperson Femi Babafemi in a statement says the NDLEA also intercepted a large consignment of opioids worth 22.7 billion naira at several ports in Nigeria. The agency's chairman and chief executive officer commends officers involved in the successful raids and seizures for their vigilance and commitment to the war against drug trafficking. Nigeria sets the record straight on the 2024 UN Human Rights Council elections. Despite false reports, Nigeria did not lose an election it did not participate in. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, notes that the country chose not to run for the 2025 to 2027 term, focusing instead on supporting other African nations to promote unity and representation. In the UN General Assembly elected 18 new members to the Human Rights Council on October 9, 2024. The statement adds that Nigeria's leadership prioritizes African unity and diplomatic efforts to ensure a united voice on the global stage. To political matters, the All Progressives Congress APC has flagged off its campaign for the November 16 governorship election in Ondo State. The party's candidate and incumbent governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, while soliciting support, pledged to further advance achievements in key areas such as education, healthcare and agriculture. Paul Omokago reports that the campaign commenced at the Ondo Central Senatorial District.
The governor reflected on his administration's accomplishments over the last 10 months, emphasizing key milestones. He pledged further development if re-elected in the upcoming November governorship election, promising to implement a 73,000 naira minimum wage if given another term.
You have seen all that this administration has been doing. We will continue to advance further.
Every election must start from somewhere, in sensitizing the people about what you are doing.
With this huge turnout, it shows that our party, APC, is going to record victory.
The next stop on the APC's campaign schedule is Ikare Akoko in Ondo North Senatorial District as part of the first phase of the month-long campaign. In Akure, Paulo Mukago, NTA News.
Away from politics, the Methodist Church in Abuja has celebrated its 40th anniversary with a Thanksgiving service, bringing together congregants and political leaders to reflect on 4 decades of faith, fellowship and community service. President Bola Tinubu, in a message delivered at the anniversary, urged the church to collaborate with government in building a Nigeria that mirrors collective aspirations of its people. Ekene Undulwe reports.
With a theme centered around gratitude and service, the anniversary celebration highlighted the achievements of the Methodist Church in Abuja.
When we join hands together, pray for one another, understanding where all of us are going, Nigeria will be great.
It was an opportunity to honor those who have served meritoriously in various capacities. Former military head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, and former President Olusegun Obasanjo were conferred with the titles of Knights of John Wesley, while President Bola Tinubu, represented by the FCT minister among other leaders, were recognized for their contributions to national growth.
Their church can be a platform for social transformation, where individuals come together to enact change.
If we call the name of God and we go humbly before God and we really show remorse and pray to God, God will heal our land.
And let us continue to believe in our faith, that it is a faith that ensures, that bring about peace.
As the festivities continued, the Methodist Church in Abuja says it looks forward to continuing its mission of service and spiritual enrichment for many years to come. Ekene Ndulwe, NTA News.
A bit on the foreign scene, 2 trains collide in Egypt as polls that may change the government in Lithuania open. Kolo Mohammed brings us details on global updates.
In Upper Egypt, 2 rail carriages were partially submerged in the watercourse. The railway authority said in a statement that the crash occurred in the province of Minya, south of Cairo. It added that the cause of the crash is being investigated. The health ministry said the critically injured are being treated in the hospital, while carriages that were not affected on the train have resumed the journey towards the Egyptian capital. Similarly, boat accidents in the Democratic Republic of the Congo have increased. The number of boats capsizing is rising as overloading is the norm since roads have been made further unsafe by bandits and militia attacks. A day earlier, a boat that had 278 people aboard went down, leading to 78 deaths and numerous missing persons. Lithuanians voted Sunday in elections likely to change the government but keep much else the same as NATO and EU members' strong support for Ukraine and move to bolster defense policy. Reports say the vote is likely to see the center-left replace the ruling Conservatives and could see a new populist party whose leader is on trial for alleged anti-Semitic comments secure a seat in parliament for the first time. Kolo Muhammad, NTA News.
And it's time to join our sportsman, Bade Adeleye, for some sporting stories. Bade.
Many thanks, Elizabeth. Now, let's begin with football. As the Remo Stars are back atop the standings of the Nigeria Premier Football League, following a convincing 3-0 victory over Nasarawa United in a match-day 6 encounter played Sunday. Bayelsa United moved further up the table with a 1-0 win over Plateau United. Katsina United and Rivers United played goalless, with Daniel Amokachi's first game in charge of Lobby Stars ending in a draw away to Niger Tornadoes. In other results, Akwa United were 2-0 winners over visiting Kano Pillars in Uyo, with Shooting Stars and Enyimba International settling for a goalless stalemate. Now, the Super Eagles of Nigeria today departed the country for Libya ahead of Tuesday's Crunch 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier in Benin. The 2013 African champions, who had their recovery session in Uyo on Saturday, are expected to have a feel of the Benin Matthias Stadium during their final training session on Monday evening. The Eagles recorded a slim 1-0 victory over the Mediterranean Knights last Friday at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, and a win in Tuesday's game could see them secure their spot at the Morocco 2025 AFCON Finals. Away from football now, let's talk wrestling, as the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has described the forthcoming Controller General of Customs, Military and Paramilitary Wrestling Championships as a bridge builder and the needed catalyst for sports development in the country. The CDS, who gave audience to the local organizing committee of the championship and the Nigeria Wrestling Federation at the Defense Headquarters in Abuja, revealed that the championships will help reinstate the military and paramilitary as one of the biggest hubs of sports stars in the country.
God has given us a lot of talents in sports that we should harness together. And we want to take this advantage to also call on our leaders that we should encourage sporting activities. We growing up benefited with a lot from secondary, primary school sports, national sports, secondary, all this together. And so this competition will also bring us and unite us between the military, paramilitary, and the civilians together, which is part of my concept of operation, which is people-centric. The people must take ownership of what's going on in Nigeria, and that's very important.
Right, finally to tennis now, as world number 1, Yannick Sinner, produced a dominant display to defeat Novak Djokovic in the Shanghai Masters final to lift his 7th title of 2024. The Italian was in red-hot form as he surged to a 7-6, 6-3 triumph against the 24-time Grand Slam champion to become the first man to win more than 6 titles in a calendar year since 2016, when Andy Murray won 9. Similarly, Aryna Sabalenka maintained her unbeaten record at the Wuhan Open with her 3rd title to closing on Iga Swiatek at the top of the rankings. The Belarusian defeated home favorite Chen Qinwen 6-3, 5-7, 6-3 in the final. All right, that's the much we can take on Sports Update. Let's now return to Elizabeth and, of course, Claire. But my quick question to them would be like, I wouldn't know if you guys are aware that the Super Eagles of Nigeria currently are being held somewhere around Libya. They are not being allowed to land, and they are being diverted to another town, which is going to take them more about 2 hours if they are going to drive in to Benghazi.
All right, Bade, I actually have a question for you, really, because I heard that after the match on Friday, the president of the Libyan FA actually resigned. Could that be linked to the outcome of the match?
That was not the reason for that, Elizabeth, not because Nigeria defeated them. It was because some clubs are demanding that he leaves because they don't support his policies. So it's about the league football in Libya, not the AFCON qualifiers. They were not expecting to beat Nigeria in New York.
Okay.
All right, but just to respond quickly to the question you asked, I think it's just normal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's part of the football rivalries, and that's what makes it important to watch each game. But for Libya and Nigeria, it's a contest of national pride.
Well, I think I agree with you because it was quite a very tough match on Friday. All right, we'll just leave that behind. Moving on, the remains of Faisal Ahmed Markafi, the eldest son of the former civilian governor of Kaduna State, Hamid Mohammed Markafi, has been laid to rest in line with Islamic injunction. The deceased died as a result of injuries sustained in an accident along Kaduna Zaria Highway. Mohammed Umar Ajengi reports on the funeral rites.
Makarfi, the hometown of the deceased father, witnessed a gathering of people from all walks of life, including close associates of the former governor, who came to sympathize with their political leader in this moment of grief.
Very devastating. We lost a complete gentleman. That is the wish of God, and we have accepted it in good faith.
After the funeral prayers, the sympathizers escorted the body of late Faisal to Makarfi burial ground, where he was led to rest.
It's a very sudden death, but God knows best. God knows best. God gives and He takes. But we are praying that our secretary should be strong in faith.
The young man Faisal is a well brought up child, and it is most unfortunate that he died at the time that he did. But like I said, we cannot question the will of God.
Late Faisal passed away following an accident along Kaduna-Zaria Expressway, leaving behind his wife, children, and parents. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umarajingi, NTA News.
And next is a quick look at the weather picture for tomorrow, Monday.
Glad to have you join us. We have good prospects for an overnight into early morning rains across most cities within the coastal parts of the country, with prospects of isolated thunderstorms over parts of Oyo, Ogun, some parts of Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti State, while localized thunderstorms should prevail over the north and most parts of the central cities to affect parts of Plateau, Niger, Kwara, Benue, Adamawa, Taraba, Gombe, and Bauchi. But towards the afternoon and evening hours, chances of more storms are there across the south and parts of the central region, leaving the north with highly localized thunderstorms to parts of Kaduna, Zamfara, Kano, some parts of Taraba, Adamawa, Bauchi, and Gombe states. I leave you with the temperature forecast over some selected cities. I remain Joyce Machoko Ogunleye, and I will see you again.
Now you know the weather outlook for tomorrow, Monday. That's the news segment. More report with our Captain Claire after the break. To stay with us.